Hello, welcome to my classroom that I have here at my house. So I wanted to put together a video to help some of you who may be newer to teaching online. And as you know, we are going to be working every day in our online classrooms with our students. So there are a few tips that I have for you. Some of them are technology related and some of them are just information that I've found to be more helpful when working with younger students. So the first thing I want to share with you is the importance of lighting. I'm filming this on my iPhone because I really prefer to use my iPhone. I like the camera on it. I like using the earbuds, and the camera quality is a little bit better. Now, for your videos that you make, you can record them on your phones, or you can also use your computers at school or at home, whatever works for you. I do want to caution you though that the camera quality, the internal cameras on most laptops are not the best quality. It is best to use an external camera if possible. I have used those in the past. You can purchase external cameras at Walmart for around $40, and that will get you a decent camera. Of course, there are nicer ones that are HD and things like that that'll run you closer to $100, and those you can buy on Amazon. When COVID occurred, online teaching, of course, just took off because everyone was still trying to teach their students at home. And so I would not encourage you to try and buy one like immediately because they tend to be overpriced right now. Cameras are going for about a third of the price more than what they were prior to COVID. So hang tight there. But I do encourage, if you're planning on doing a lot of videos to share with your students, an external camera will be very beneficial, especially if you're needing them to see something that's very detailed. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to share with you is the importance of lighting. So currently I have what is pretty good lighting. I do see it's a little bit darker over here, and you can see there is a shadow behind me. But the importance of lighting. Natural lighting is awesome, but of course, natural lighting changes throughout the day in your classroom, and we're not always able to teach with the natural lighting come on our face, depending on where our windows are. So if possible, it's good to have light sources coming from 45-degree angles from your right and 45-degree angles from your left. Sorry, my dogs are playing on the floor next to me. So if you can get light sources from both, that's great. So this is an example of light sources that I have 45 degrees angle from both sides. So here is one of them I want to show you. And this is a very cheap light source. That's an LED light that is powered by batteries. I bought it at Menards or Lowe's, and I think it was like $10, and I bought 2 of these. That way, if the power's out, I can still teach. So these are great to place right next to your camera, right next to your computer, and have them facing on your face. So that's a good way to have a cheap alternative. And if you have 2 of those on your face and then the overhead lights above, it's decent. It's not best, but it should work. What I currently am using, I actually purchased on Amazon a photography studio setup that was $70, and it came with 3 different tripods of different sizes and 3 lights that you attach to them with the umbrellas to give that soft light. These are really good to use if you wear glasses. If you wear glasses, you are going to get a lot of glare off of your glasses, and that can be really frustrating. What you can do to try to minimize the glare if you do not have anti-glare lenses is you can actually take your glasses and tilt them down a little bit, so have the temples come up a little bit so they're not, so that's not going to reflect the light quite as badly. Of course, then you have the problem of them maybe not feeling the most comfortable, but that is an easy way to fix that issue. So let's move on to sound. For sound, I'm using earbuds, and so these earbuds are just the Apple earbuds. I wear them because they're comfortable. The microphone quality is decent when I am video recording on my iPhone. Now, if I am doing something live on my Mac, which is what I use for my online teaching, that is when I am using a headset. And as a speech therapist, it is so important to have good audio quality, not just for me speaking to the students, but for the students as well. So that's one thing that I am concerned about as we are going to be teaching for the full semester. And I feel like now that this is a reality, it's going to happen every day versus in the spring. I just had a hard time getting parents to attend sessions and to buy into it. Now that it's here to stay, I'm hopeful that they will have headsets for their students. Headsets are so important. And even if it's not for speech therapy, with regular classroom, when you're teaching reading, phonics, I feel it's so crucial for them to have headsets. So I'm hopeful that this will happen. I don't know if this is something that the school is going to be providing or not, but this would be really helpful for our students. So these are this headset is a Bluetooth headset, so that means that there are no wires. And I purchased this. It's a JBL. I got this at Target shortly after, like in March when everything started, and these happened to be on clearance. These are normally $100 headphones. I got them for $50. And that being said, you do not need to spend that much on a headset. That is still decent. Here is an example of another headset that I have purchased. These are Logitech. This is a Logitech headset that has a microphone that you can move, and it does have the headphones. And this is a corded set. Sorry, it's stuck on some things here. So this is a corded set. What I like about this particular set is that you have controls here that you can mute and you can turn up and down. So I have found that it's extremely important when you're teaching at home. It could happen at school too, because I have a feeling we might have interruptions when we're teaching, to have your finger on that mute button. So when I'm teaching at home, and let's say it's during the day when my kids are here and my dogs, I will have my finger on this mute button ready to mute at a moment's notice, so that the students are not going to hear my kids yelling, "Mom, he took this from me," because you know that's going to happen. But yeah, so these are really nice. I don't like dealing with the cords, but it is nice to have that mute button on it. And if you have a USB, it has a USB, so you would need a computer that has USB ports. So this is a problem if you have a Mac, because they do not have USB ports like this, but you can buy converters. And so that leads me to the next thing that I want to share with you. So I also recommend for your internet source to use Ethernet cable. Ethernet cable is so important. So this is an Ethernet cable that I have that is connected directly to my router, which is actually 2 rooms away. And this is a white Ethernet cord. The best quality Ethernet cords as far as connectivity speed are blue. So blue Ethernet cords are the best. When you're going to look, purchase the blue, because it is going to give the fastest speed. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, my Wi-Fi is fast, it's fine." Trust me, there is a huge difference, particularly when you're streaming, when you're downloading, and when you're running a Zoom class. And let's say you're going to have a video that you're going to show your students. You have lots of windows open. You're going to want to have your Ethernet cord directly plugged into your laptop, because if there's anyone else in the area that is trying to use the Wi-Fi, you're going to compete for that Wi-Fi signal, and it is going to fluctuate. The Wi-Fi signals fluctuate up and down. When you are connected directly to the router, it's going to give you a more steady Wi-Fi strength. And so what you need to do is, if the connectivity does not go right into your laptop, you can buy a converter. So I purchased this. I think it's maybe $20, and this is for my Mac. and I purchased it so that it can go right into my Mac with the Lightning connectivity, and I believe it was around $20. Unfortunately, everything's on Amazon. You can't really just go to Walmart and pick that up typically. They may have some, but I wouldn't count on it. So you'll need to plan for that. So connect directly to your router if you're teaching from home. At school, you're going to connect directly to the wall, of course. So you have that option as well. So those were the main things that I wanted to go over with you guys today. And that was the tech stuff. So your headphones, get a good, decent headset. I would suggest everyone either wear earbuds or a headset to teach from. The quality of the sound is very important so that your students are really able to hear everything that we say, and so that they are able to hear those high frequency sounds like those final S's for plurals, and also verb tenses like eats, sleeps, things like that. So headsets, hopefully our students can wear headsets as well. If you can, have your computer directly linked to the internet source via an Ethernet cord, and lighting. So I'm going to end this video by showing you the difference in lighting. So currently I have what I would consider a great lighting source. This is what I would use if I were recording a video that I have on my YouTube channel. So now I'm going to show you what it's like when the great lighting is not present any longer, so you can see that difference. So hang on. So this is the lighting with it. I have removed the photography studio light set that was to my right. Now I'm going to remove the lighting. I turned off this light that was to my left. And now I'm going to remove the other lamp. That lamp directly in front of me, it's actually behind my laptop. So this is the lighting quality when I am teaching with just the overhead light. So now you can see the difference between having great lighting and just using your overhead light. Okay, I hope you guys learned a few things from this video. I also can share with you some other suggestions as far as how using instruction, using props to help our students. I use a lot of props in my lessons. For example, Christy gave me this great puppet, and so when I'm talking about a boy, I will use this. I use this for Old MacDonald. I use this for lots of things. So this is my boy and this is my girl, and these are really helpful when we're working on pronouns. I use these all the time. I also like using toy food when we're talking about anything that has to do with food. Squishies are great because they give a great visual to the students, so you can use some squishy things. And then don't forget to do some reinforcers or rewards. I use lots of them. I high five my students. I blow bubbles with my students, and they pop them. If it's their birthday, we will actually blow out candles on a Play-Doh cake, and that's a way to celebrate birthdays. So thanks, guys. I hope we all have a great first week back, and I look forward to seeing you virtually soon. Bye.